hell. We do what we want. It's all just fun. These DJs, radio just know we're here just for radio. There's no rules. It's crazy as hell. We do what we want. It's all just fun. Hey, it's DJ.
It's another project. Wrestling.
Have you heard about Tire One Automotive and Off-Road? That's right. They do oil changes, four-wheel alignments, brake services, synthetic oil changes. They will even work on old-school carburetors all the way up to your fuel injection. Tire One sells some of the best tires around and some of the greatest prices around. Make sure you go check out your friendly, your one and only Tire One Automotive and Off-Road. They're located at 2600 Georgia Highway 212 in Covington, Georgia. Their phone number, 470-441-5888. That's right, Tire One Automotive Service and four-wheel drive.
Tire One.
Have you ever heard of Donut King? Let me tell you, I thought I knew what donuts were. All these other donuts I've been eating all these years are just bogus. These are the real deal, like gourmet. Who would have known they made donuts this damn good? And let me tell you something, man. They do some pig in the blankets. They do breakfast. They do all sorts of stuff. Do you even know this? They serve pizza. That's right. Donut King, the best donuts around, serves pizza in the afternoons during the weekdays. There's no other place around on 278 where you can go in and sit down and eat a pizza. That's right. Donut King. Try out Donut King, the best donuts around.
That's why they're called the King.
Let's talk about Jimmy James Towing. Have you ever noticed anytime that you've ever needed a tow truck, it is at the most horrible time possible? That's right. Every time you call a tow truck, you are at the mercy of the tow people. Listen, man, you need to call Jimmy James Towing. He's the most trusted, safe, reliable, honest tow truck guy I've ever known. And just know, he is there to be your friend, not just a business person. Jimmy James Towing is there to be your friend when you need him right then and there. It's your worst possible time ever. Jimmy James Towing, 404-554-3121. Hey, have you ever thought about advertising with Just for Fun Radio? Just know it's just one click away or one phone call away. All you got to do is reach out to us here at Just for Fun Radio. We will advertise you in the best possible manner we can. And listen, the name of the game of advertising is getting that name out there, and we can do it here at Just for Fun Radio.
May I have your attention, please? We're going to have a problem here. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? We're going to have a problem here. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Stand up. We're going to have a problem here.
You're listening and also watching the Just for Fun morning show. If you're watching us on video, make sure you click the word follow. Make sure you follow us and you can keep up with every single thing we do. Go like the fun page, but click follow on the video. Here we go!
Headphones feel like they were for someone that's got a huge
Hey,
head.
good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, my God.
Multiple delay.
Technical difficulties right away.
It's like that mirror thing when you go in the bathroom, you open the mirror, it's like 500 million mirrors going off into infinity. It's like, no, I just needed to get
Those
some
are
aspirin.
those are great selfie mirrors.
Yeah, I love that. I
love
get
those.
my ass out in that.
Yeah.
I get
Anyway, today we got Roxy Resnick again. This is her second time on the show. She's been killing it. She's been all over comedy clubs lately.
everywhere. Yeah, I did a show in Alabama. I'm going to be doing a show.
That was an all-ladies show in Alabama, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was
How'd that
a
go?
lot of fun. We ended up doing, I think there was 3 of us. It was a lot of fun. We just drove out there together and just did the whole entire night, basically. It was just ladies' night comedy.
Okay, great.
So,
And then we got
Were they
Matt.
bright enough to get it? Or no, I'm kidding.
oh, well, in Alabama.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's funny as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
God dang, that's funny shit.
Well, there's some jokes you can tell in Alabama you can't tell in Chicago.
That's
And
true.
you're gonna laugh, you know.
That's true.
And but anyway, we got Matt over here.
Yep. Hello.
Smart aleck in
Hello.
residence.
Yes.
I saw that you offered to rewrite jokes for comics.
No, I didn't offer to rewrite them. I'm offering if they would like me to help turn their mental illness into comedy, I can do that for a small fee or a portion of their medication. So just DM me. We can talk about it.
All right. Anyway, where you at next, Roxy?
Next, I have a show this week. I have a show on Thursday, the 10th. It's going to be in Old Vinings Inn in Smyrna, Georgia. Smyrna. That is a COVID conscious show, so you have to call ahead, make reservations. And then I actually just was offered my own room. So I'm going to be, so exciting, in Johns Creek.
Excellent.
So that's excellent news. So we'll be doing some comedy there Friday nights.
So you're gonna be hosting.
I'm gonna be hosting, yeah. So
Okay.
if you know of any comics.
That's what it means when you say you have your own room. You're hosting a show on a
Yes.
weekly basis. And for
Yeah.
a comic, it's a regular gig. It gives you a regular.
Now, would that be a
another
show
income.
up, go up, or would that be like just a book show every
So
week?
it's going to be a book show. We'll have some special guests. So there might be some bucket spots and
Right.
things like that. So it's going to be a new concept. I think we're going to try and do something a little bit different each time. They've given me free creative reign on it. So it's very exciting.
Where's it at again?
It's in Johns Creek. It's called Carlton.
Carlton's in Johns Creek.
Yeah, Johns Creek. All the information's on my website, so just go check that out. RoxyResnick.com.
And you can find Roxy if you look at the Gotta Be Joking page. You can find all of Roxy's social media stuff on there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And well, how was Thanksgiving?
Quiet. Very quiet.
In stereo. Quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I didn't have my son, so there was no kids around. Just very low key.
How about past Thanksgivings? Have you got any crazy Thanksgiving stories from years past?
Oh, for sure I do.
Let me hear one. Think of a good one. Let's have a Matt. You think of one? Let's think of a good Thanksgiving story before we move on to Christmas.
All I can say is deep fried turkey. That's just the bomb. If you've never done deep fried turkey, you should definitely do deep fried turkey.
Yeah.
Even if you're fucking vegan, you should do a deep fried turkey.
Yeah. Last year, my uncle bought a turkey without the legs, and so we called it I called it
Lieutenant Dan turkey.
Well, I called it a paraplegic bird, and then nobody would eat the fucking turkey later on because they thought they were eating a sick bird. So
he lost him in Nam. Y'all can't hold that shit against him.
Nom.
Whatever, Nam.
Well, my best Thanksgiving story is when I was 18 and I was a freshman in college. I'd went away from home, hadn't been home since August. Now it's late November, and I come home. Well, I was going to college in Missouri, where Coors beer was illegal, and it was illegal east of the Mississippi. Yeah. So I brought home an entire trunk load of Coors beer.
It's like Smokey and the Bandit in real life.
My parents didn't drink or smoke or cuss. And so my dad, who would never get off his ass, he came out to the car. So let me help you unload, son.
Oh, shit.
And I go, no, Dad, I got it, Dad. I got it, Dad. And he gets out there so fast. And he goes, Norma, come out here and look what your son's learned at college.
Yeah.
He's a dirty
And he started throwing beer cans at me from my trunk.
Loaded beer cans?
Yes, loaded beer cans.
That's like ammunition.
12-ounce silver bullets. 12-ounce silver bullets.
Excellent. At that point, you're an adult, so that's basically assault. So,
well, he never hit me. They were landing around me like bombs.
So he's got shitty aim, is what you're saying.
Yeah, terrible aim.
Everywhere.
So he throws like a girl, is what you're saying?
He told me if I was going to get to stay, if I get to stay in the house, if I got to stay in the house Thanksgiving weekend, he wanted me to empty every one of them out.
Oh, it's like, all right. Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Funnel. Break out the funnel, motherfucker. Right. Let's go.
Let's do this.
So I sat for the next hour at the kitchen sink, emptying beers and drinking them anytime I got a chance.
Nice. Did he make you drink till you got sick?
No. He knew I drank, but he just didn't want to, No, he wanted me. He didn't know I was drinking. No, I was just sneaking them while I was.
I was pouring them out down your face.
I was pouring them out. If it hadn't been for my mother, I would have just left and not been home for the weekend.
Right.
But I had to see Mom, right? Yeah, so I had to pour them all out. Be the good son.
You didn't have.
It's a funny story. 40 years later,
It's the sacrifice that we make.
Well, at the time, you're 18 years old, and you're thinking about all the money I lost on Coors beer. I was going to come back and impress. Smoking the Bandit was out. Everybody's trying to smuggle beer back to the east of the Mississippi.
Get you for Christmas.
I don't like Coors beer. I did it I did it simply I did it to be an outlaw and to be cool with all my friends.
Natty light. Oh, there you go.
I mean, I'll drink one, but I'm just saying.
I was somewhere a while back and I had a Coors Light and it wasn't that bad.
I'm not a beer drinker.
I just like dark beer though.
Yeah, I don't drink.
What about the weed beer?
Do.
Like whenever Georgia gets off his fucking ass and legalizes,
they sell
drugs,
that.
When are we getting the weed beer?
They sell them. They sell a marijuana beer already.
Like actual or like
it smells.
It's got CBD and hemp. There's no THC in it.
Yeah, no, it just tastes like it. It doesn't.
That's bullshit though.
But it smells. No, there's.
It's like vegan McDonald's.
I know Friends and Grayson serves it, and it's a green. It's a beer, but when you smell it, it smells like a big bud.
Is it skunky?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm talking about. Could you drink that and be like, whoa?
No, it's alcohol, buddy. Okay. It's alcohol.
Well, still, but if it was alcohol made with weed, if it's beer like weed beer or
I'm sure
weed,
there's chemicals making it smell like weed.
I mean, you can always.
But if it's actual, surely there's a thing weed beer.
But you can do that yourself. Do you know how to make edibles or anything like that?
Why would you when you can?
I know how to buy them.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's easy. I mean, I feel like it's easy. And then you just make the butter, and you actually can slice like a little bit of butter and put it in your coffee.
Check out Roxy's line of baked baking goods.
It pays to be, in the cannabis industry. Yeah. I actually work in the cannabis industry.
Yeah.
So.
Well, back to showbiz.
Right here. What's up? Yeah.
Back to showbiz.
Snoop, what's up?
The comedy clubs that are thriving right now are the ones outside the perimeter.
Yes.
In Lawrenceville,
OTP,
Marietta, Sewanee, Marietta, Alpharetta. Mm-hmm. But nothing's going on in downtown Atlanta.
That's not true. There are some Cat's Corner still open. Uptown Comedy Corner is open.
Uptown
Do
shut
those
down.
show up?
Really?
go
They
ups,
shut down
or-
again?
Or not? One Up Comedy shut down.
Oh, One Up.
One Up
yes.
Comedy shut down
Uptown
again.
Comedy Corner
Okay.
is not. Cat's Corner is there. There's a few.
Laughing Skull's still shut.
Yeah, Laughing Skull is still shut down. But I heard that they moved to Center Stage and then they shut Center Stage down.
Right.
Really?
Yes.
Why? 'Cause
They
that
didn't
was
say,
going
they
fine
didn't
for
say.
a
The numbers are
while.
going up. The numbers are going up. So, but Ponds is still around. So Ponds is still around. They do have
Ponds
bucket
City
spots.
Market?
Yeah, they
Okay.
still have some stuff
Now, is
there.
that a paid show or is that a
Both.
free show?
They have a mixture. So there's several different hosts that go through. There's some that do bucket spots there. There's
Okay.
some that are book shows. So it really just depends on the night.
I
and who
guess
you
now that kind of begs the question because in the Atlanta Comedy on Facebook, there's a calendar that's got all the different
Yeah.
rooms and shit that are updated. I don't know if that's been updated since COVID. 'cause
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
not sure
COVID kinda
either.
went.
Yeah.
COVID was like projectile diarrhea on comedy.
That's
Pretty much
true.
everything public,
That is very true.
anything to do with the public.
Anyway, there's also a show Wednesday night at Slow Pour Brewery. They do
Yes, there
they do
is.
it once a month. It's in
So much
Lawrenceville.
fun.
A
Yep.
lot of fun. It's a small room.
That is a cool room.
That is.
Great beer.
Yeah.
They got some great beer there too.
It's true.
But anyway, that's a paid show, so
That is, uh-huh.
you'll have more experienced comics there than going to an open
Yeah,
mic
that
night
was
or
a lot of
something.
fun. I've done that room before.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
a
you
lot of
there.
fun. Yeah, that's
I
right.
saw you there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw Matt there.
Yes.
Matt's great to have in the crowd because Matt laughs like a crazy person.
Oh yeah, Matt laughs at everything.
Yeah.
My laughter is
I know, it's
inversely
You should pay.
proportional.
You should pay for him to show up at every show.
He's gonna be my personal roadie.
I've
It's
offered
great.
I've offered to do that, comics. In addition to helping you out with your mental illness and taking your medication, I can come to your shows and make you funny for a small fee or the drug equivalent of a small fee, whichever works for you. But DM me for details.
Yeah.
Now,
Slide into
usually,
his
if I'm laughing
DMs.
like that, I'm probably at the point of, oh my god, it hurts so much inside.
Well,
so
Iron
the
Shield
laughter
Brewery-
comes out better.
Iron Shield had to shut down their comedy shows every Wednesday nights because it's too cold to work outside anymore. And they have an outside venue. It's a beautiful venue.
Yeah.
It's lit up good, picnic tables. It's space good. But I asked why they couldn't move it indoors, and the owners didn't want to have they said the comics that they're getting from downtown Atlanta, right,
Yeah,
didn't want to come out there
There's
and
a lot of
perform.
them.
There's a lot of comics that are scared to perform
there
indoors.
is a lot of them.
The
There's
OTP
several that I
comics
know.
don't give a
The
fuck.
bar, Iron Shield Brewery, Iron Shield, they were happy to let them perform
Yeah.
indoors. But Holly, the lady who hosts the show, said
Mhm.
that she couldn't get.
Yeah, I
comics
think
It's
in.
still
Midway
divisive.
Pub, they used to do it outdoors. I don't know if they shut it down one week because it was just too cold. I don't know if they're still doing it or not. I think that they have now. Like, damn, Matt.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's no matter.
Sorry, that was McDonald's.
There's a
after half
reason.
the
There's a
bottle of
reason he's
tequila.
single
It's
and
a
lives in
little-
a van down by the river.
I don't live in a van.
I mean,
it's
that's
a
an upgrade
Humvee.
from
but-
your mom's basement. That's great for
yeah,
you.
I've never lived in my mom's basement. Once I moved out, I was like, bye forever. Fuck off. See ya.
Do you visit your mom still or no?
Well, she's in a state of transition. That doesn't mean she's dead. She's moving, but her house isn't ready yet. So she's moving out of state. So she's always lived in Georgia, and so now
Yeah.
she's moved.
Where's she going
away.
to?
She's going to a little small town in Virginia where like 3 people's like, oh, yes, it's rush hour. Woo!
Oh my god.
So it's gonna be an adaptation for her
No.
for sure. But
Yeah.
it's just fine.
Well, you have a place to stay in Virginia if you ever
Yeah.
visit.
Yeah, and it's beautiful up there in the fall. It's like that's the time to go.
Yeah.
in the
Go
fall
find
or the
some rooms up
spring.
there. Go perform.
It's
Hey,
like they're
let
so
me ask
far
you
out in the
something.
country. It's
Changing
like,
the
oh,
subject,
shit.
Roxy. I mean, I push my social media for my acting career a lot,
Yeah.
and social media gets me jobs.
Mhm.
Does Instagram get you any jobs?
Yeah, I get Instagram DMs a lot. I also get inquiries on my website too a lot. Facebook, oddly enough, I get several.
I get
from
nothing
there.
from Facebook.
Really?
Never.
Oh
But
my
I get job
God.
offers from Instagram.
I get a
Huh.
lot on all of the platforms. The ones that I get the least, I think, are Twitter, and I don't get anything on TikTok. I'm not a very active
Yeah,
user on
I'm not
TikTok.
a TikToker.
I'm still trying to get into it. My
I'm
son
not at all.
is.
There's other
Yeah,
ones
it's
too,
owned by
like
the Chinese
Twitch.
government. I just can't do that.
Have you heard of Twitch? Like that's another one that's
so
out.
I'm
I've-
on Twitch too. A lot of comics are doing their online shows on Twitch. I think Star Bar is doing theirs on Twitch. So that's something I haven't really checked much out.
Yeah.
I signed up for it, but I haven't really
But
done
is
much
it like
with it.
Facebooky, IG-ish kind of?
I'm not. I just
that
signed up
sort
for
of
it, and I
deal?
haven't really clicked through a lot of it yet. You know.
You know, the thing is, there's so many social media sites that
I know.
you almost need. I mean, that's like a full time job if that's what you're
It
going to do.
is. It
You-
really
And
is.
but when I
Managing
was
it,
acting
yeah.
full time
Yeah.
before COVID, that was part of my job was to
Right.
promote myself rather than
Right,
pay a
yeah.
manager to do it.
Mhm.
You know, so
But it's kind of coming back to that now because you see all these things online, like bands are doing it where they're doing stuff remotely.
Well, they have
art's
to.
kind of changing, but I mean, it's sort of changing and metamorphosing. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm fucked up, so probably not. But it's completely evolving from what it used to be, and it's almost like it has to.
Yeah, I mean, it has to change with the times, but that's with anything, right? Like,
Yeah,
think
but now
about
we're
what
getting
music
back
was.
to more real shit and not stuff that's just like plastic, spray it with some varnish and
Yeah.
okay, let's put $1 on that and go sell it. No, it's trash.
It's
Art's
true.
kind of getting back to being real. Everything art, acting, comedy, anything,
Well,
music.
except California's like really shut down right now. There's
Yeah.
not really any acting. There's
No,
not really
there's
any new
nothing.
shows. There's
California
really-
is where all the trash is.
But no, nothing.
God, Matt, you're
California's
being
got
such
nothing
a
I've
going
had
on.
negative
several-
Nancy.
Well, I mean, I've had several comics from LA come out here,
What
that
have they
I
said
know.
about California?
It's shut down.
It's shut down. You can't
It's
do a show.
completely- you can't do
You can't do
anything.
anything.
I
Nothing.
can't believe those people have not revolted because I'm sure it's coming because at some point those people are going to snap.
I mean, this is
Well, the San
same
Francisco
state-
49ers are now having to play their football games in Arizona because they won't even let them.
Yeah.
They won't even let them play in an
People
empty
are leaving
stadium.
California and going to fucking Texas. They're like, you know what? Fuck y'all. We're
I mean,
out.
I believe it. I mean,
You're going to quarantine
that's
us
a
for
big
this little bitty
adjustment,
fucking
though.
thing. And
That
it's
would
like
be a
there's
big
no reason
adjustment
to.
going from being a California resident to being a Texas
Yeah,
resident.
getting most of your money back instead of pissing it all away in
Oh.
bureaucracy. Bye, bye, see you, bye, fuck off, bye.
But anyway, yeah, Joe Rogan made it a big deal when he moved to Texas.
Yeah, yeah, you
And
did.
that's kind of put a big spotlight on moving to Texas because also if you live in Texas, you have there is no state income tax,
Right, yeah.
and
Great
so you
reason
can
to move.
keep more of
Yeah,
your
but
money.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening with Texas. And
Maybe
on
we'll
very
have
many
Alamo
different
Part
fronts. Like
2.
not just what how they're going to adjust, but what's going to happen politically there too. You're having a
Yeah.
bunch of liberals moving into a very conservative state.
And Texas, I think Biden won Texas this year.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time in 20 years or 30
Yeah.
years that Democrats
Well,
won
this is the
Texas.
first time that we've been a blue city in a blue state, right? Very many
Yeah.
years. So a lot
Yeah.
of crazy things are happening. 2020 is just asinine.
Yeah.
Only
Well,
in
I'm ready to get back
2020.
in the clubs.
Only
I'm
in
ready to get back
2020.
to the comedy clubs.
2021's it's got to be better. It's got to fucking be better. It has to.
No.
Anyway, Jacob, nice to see you're watching. Glad to be back. But I was out of town one week I was doing a music video for Zach Williams in Nashville, which I can't wait to see that. Comes out in January. I was out of town another week doing an acting job. And then last week there was technical issues with the stadium. So it's been with the studio. So it's been like 4 weeks since we got to have a show. And so I'm thrilled to be back. Glad Roxy and Matt made it.
Yeah, thanks for
Thanks
asking and
having us,
having.
yeah.
Asking and having.
Y'all got any big Christmas plans coming up? Or is it going to be like Thanksgiving? Just hanging out at the house?
Probably Thanksgiving, beer, drinking, food, drugging, vomiting, more
I'm
beer, more
Wow.
drinking.
I'm very low key again.
Yeah.
I think Hanukkah is going to be more of a big deal this year than Christmas.
What?
Hanukkah will be
Hanukkah.
a bigger deal than Christmas this year.
That's
so.
right. You have a Jewish boyfriend,
I
right?
do.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's so you get to practice.
I do.
Do you like
You get to
rolling
watch
together
Adam
like a-
Sandler movies. Get to
You
watch Adam
know,
Sandler movies and sing.
but we love Adam Sandler at
Yeah.
my house.
You make
so
it
we're
kind-
totally okay with
Is
that.
it like a holiday turducken where it's like you kind of put them both together? It's
Well,
like, all right,
no,
we're
the
gonna have-
tradition is Chinese food on Christmas.
I actually have a friend he's Jewish and his birthday, ironically, was on December 25th.
Yeah.
No, it's not my friend Jesus. He's another friend. But every year he would do movies and Chinese food.
Yeah, that's the
On his
tradition. Is
birthday,
Chinese
yeah.
food. Yeah, it's Chinese food.
But it was
for
mainly
Christmas.
because that was all that was open.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
pretty
I
much
guess
all
because
that's
they got
open, yeah.
sick of Waffle House because that's always open.
Yeah, that's always open.
But who gets sick of Waffle House?
Hey, do you know anything about you're in the cannabis business? Do you know
I am.
anything about Delta 8?
I've heard a little bit about it. We don't deal with Delta 8.
Yeah.
We deal with like straight up just THC product.
Okay.
But Delta 8 is actually here in Atlanta.
Yeah,
there
I know
are
it's-
dispensaries.
When I was in Nashville doing that video,
Mhm.
I was with a friend that was vaping.
Yeah.
And so we went to a vape store.
Yeah.
And so I made a comment and they go, yeah, we sell this. And I'm like, you got to be kidding.
What's the difference between the 8 and the
It's
9?
like one chromosome different than marijuana.
Yeah.
What does it do?
And the
It's like-
potency is less.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can vape it and you get a THC buzz, but it's not
like-
enough. It's not,
So it's like taking a shot of Coors versus like taking a shot of Everclear.
yes.
Okay, that makes
Yes.
sense.
But if you suck on that vape enough, you'll catch a buzz.
You suck on anything long enough, you'll catch a buzz.
You'll catch something. I don't know what you gonna get, but you gonna get
Suck
something.
long enough, you're gonna catch something.
Anyway, I don't know.
It's
Matt, I
delicious.
looked at your social media and your social media sucks. I mean, you have no,
It's my anti-social
you have
media.
no hashtag program. Well, if you're
not
gonna
supposed to invite people in and insult the shit out of them. Shannon.
Well,
Yeah.
This is his
we're
show.
gonna help
As a
He
host,
can
it's
roast if he
great.
wants
We're
to.
gonna, yeah. Matt didn't know. Matt didn't know I was gonna roast his ass when he got here
Yeah.
Do
today.
it.
Yeah, I guess my
But
social media sucks.
If you're gonna be a comic and you're gonna try to sell tickets, you got to be a media whore, and you
Yeah.
got to sell out. You got to learn how to use hashtags.
well, here's what happened.
Oh my god! And hidden hashtags.
Hidden, yeah.
Oh my god.
Hidden hashtags. I don't know
Yes.
about hidden hashtags.
Oh,
You
I'll teach you
obviously
later.
have not checked
I
out
will
the
show
fucking
you
Metal
hidden
Nerdery
hashtag later, yeah.
podcast. I'm rubbing my nipples, but I'm really pointing to my shirt.
And
It's
also-
Metal
His
Nerdery
satanic, his
podcast.
satanic.
Because I got my hashtag game down, bro.
Matt-
You should check it out.
And if you're into heavy metal, Matt hosts a weekly
And
heavy
humor.
heavy metal podcast called Metal Nerdery.
Yeah, see, look at the
And
tits.
there's a picture. I wish I could put it up on the screen, but there's a picture of Matt and his crew, and they're all old, bald-headed guys with gray beards.
That's right.
What's up with that? Is that your herd? That's your posse?
That's right. It's people we grew up with, people we were in bands with, went to shows with,
Okay.
did drinking and drugs with, and debauchery with. That's 3D, by the way.
Y'all
Yeah.
must have all taken the same drugs if y'all lost your hair at the same time.
No, well, not all of them. Well, Russ is kind of the newest because Adam, he's a trucker, and of course, with COVID, he ended up being on the road constantly. So we had to have Russ step in. So he's the only one that still got hair, and I curse him for it every fucking time. I'm like, how the fuck do you still have hair, bro? You're pushing 50. It's like, nope, he's still got every hair he was born with.
Well, it's funny when you see someone that doesn't have hair, but they wear hats a lot, and you get to used to their face, and then when they pull off their hat, it's like they've added more to their face.
Yeah,
There's,
it's like extra.
extra flesh.
It's extra. That's why I usually wear the hat. It's like because it looks gives me like a mushroom look anyway.
Well, Little
Little
Steven that
walking-
used to play
Mushroom
guitar
life.
for, Little Steven from Bruce Springsteen's band. He's
Yeah.
bald as he can be, but that's why he wears those bandanas. to
Chemo
look cool.
rock.
He wears the
Yeah.
bandanas on backwards, so no one knows he's bald.
I just feel
And
like
but he can grow long hair in the back.
But
so
I
he's got
feel like
long
it
hair
makes it
coming out of
look
the back.
worse because I get the reason behind it, but it's like it looks like you're rocking chemo chic, man. It just to me it just doesn't look cool. I mean, that's just me. I mean, even if I was on chemo, it's like you wouldn't know because it's like I'm losing my hair anyway. So
Oh, you'd lose your beard too, though.
I mean, you'd
Maybe.
you'd lose your pubes,
Yeah.
eyebrows.
there wouldn't be much to lose there, so that would be fine.
Yeah, I see your knuckles are pretty bare.
Yeah, yeah. It's from the lack of social media.
I'm sorry.
It's
I
from
just
the lack
call
of
it like I
social
see it,
media.
man. You know.
I'm not a hairy man,
Oh,
not by much.
anyway,
any.
you got to step that up.
What, the hair? What should I start doing?
No,
Putting, like,
no, step up your social media game. That's what got me started on this rant.
Well, I've got an idea that I'm working, and I think I'm gonna start doing it. It's like a reggae guy, and I'm gonna try and make every verse. I'm not gonna be a musical comic, but I think that might be like a social media thing I'm gonna do.
Well, there hasn't been that many comedians that were good with a guitar.
Oh, I can rock some fucking guitar.
But there have been some comedians over the years that will work that guitar into their act or the
Yeah.
banjo or whatever,
Mhm.
and you can make it work. But it's a little niche.
It's more stuff
real
you
of a
gotta
niche
carry,
market,
and
yeah.
if you're trying to travel and do shows, that's not.
Yeah.
It's already enough if you got to take speakers and a PA and stuff like that. It's like, oh great, now I got to load gear in. It's like you may as well be in a
Speaking of
band.
loan gear, whatever happened to the Indio Brewing deal? You were hosting a show there. COVID killed that.
It didn't. Well, it didn't kill. It did kind of fuck it up. The timing was awful. We did do a show in mid-July, and then we did one August 1st on their 1-year anniversary. And I'm gonna get back to them starting the first of next year. But I've actually kind of been retooling my comedy and trying to get everything sort of cleaned up so I can cut out all the uhs and the and
Yeah.
all the shit in comedy that eats up your time.
Oh, the
That's just
filler
trash.
words.
Yeah.
Well, you should have learned that in ninth
How
grade.
y'all doing, everybody? Okay, that's
You should have
8
learned that
seconds
in
you
ninth
could
grade.
cut.
Should have learned that in ninth grade speech class, Matt.
I didn't pay attention.
How to
that.
drop uhs and ands and
Yeah, but when you're a little buzzed when you go up, you tend to not think of it. The key, I think, is to have. I feel like I do my best when I'm extremely not medicated and very angry. It seems like that's when I'm the most focused. Most
Yeah.
focused. Maybe not
Well,
best, but most focused.
All right. So the trick is to just really piss you off and take away your drugs.
If you want sarcasm,
What happens
when
if
I'm
we
best.
don't? Like, I mean, right now, there's not. Is this how you are?
it'll be
And-
just angry, and it'll just no. I mean, eventually it'll get to funny, but it'll be like angry, 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 angry. How much more fucking angry can he? Okay, now he finally lightened up.
See, I think I've only seen you perform once, and it was at an open mic.
But the problem is that, I've got plenty of material. I've got enough to do a
Oh, for
half an
sure,
hour,
yeah.
but I need to orchestrate it because I've got bits all over the place that are all related. And it's like, all
Yeah.
right, put that shit together.
Yeah.
Because it
The
is kind of a
transition.
script,
Yeah.
but it has to flow. It's just like with music, you know? And so that's what I'm trying to do is tighten it up to where I can actually get on the road.
Well,
start
also, if you're going to be
booking
angry, you have to
shows.
throw in enough jokes that people don't get up and walk out on you. Because
Yeah.
people don't want to hear someone just stand up there and bitch.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And
there's
it
an art
depends.
to it.
I've been to somewhere there's angry
The only
comics
way
and
you
it's
can get
funny.
away with bitching if you're like George Carlin, where you make the crowd relate to what you're bitching about.
Right.
And you have to get them on your side.
But it's not just bitching. It's like you have to have something to it to turn it around. And that's kind of the art of it. It's like, all right, they're angry about it. Why are they angry? Are they honest about it? Because usually people who are angry and passionate about things are honest about. But then the spin is like they were just teasing. They're not really serious. And it's like, no, they're pretty fucking serious. But the anger, I think, kind of makes you focus on the seriousness. Or maybe, be angry about dumb shit that nobody cares about.
Yeah,
You know?
it really just
Like
depends.
mayonnaise. Like I could be all angry about mayonnaise. I'm willing to be, if there's a campaign to wipe mayonnaise off the face of the earth, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. It's the worst condiment. It's absolutely the worst. It's evil. It's white. It's gross.
Germans put it
And
on their
that's how
French
most of
fries.
Atlanta feels.
And those people are wrong.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
wrong.
When I got to Germany, I couldn't believe that when they would order fries, they would have mayonnaise on it.
That's fucking
I was
gross.
like, oh my God. You people, there's several
What are
things
these?
on
Cum frites? Okay.
No,
That's
no,
what
no,
they
no.
are.
That's how
They
you
look like.
can literally hear someone getting fatter.
it. Have y'all watched the Comedy Store documentary?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, you're crazy. You got to
want
watch
to.
it.
Well, it's on Showtime,
Yeah,
right?
it's on
And
Showtime.
so I don't have Showtime.
There's
I have
5. Well, I
cable.
think it's going to be on Netflix pretty soon.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I'm
cool.
waiting for it to come out
Yeah.
on a different streaming platform.
Yeah.
I have literally
It is
every platform
incredible.
except for Showtime.
Spend the extra $10 and be done with it.
Wait, can you
Just-
stream
I mean,
Showtime
when
without
you're-
having
when you're-
cable? Like, can you stream it on like?
You
the
can
Yeah,
through Roku.
you buy-
Yeah,
you buy-
Roku
well,
or whatever.
Roku
Yeah,
box,
yeah. It's
Ro-
just an app you purchase.
I'm still rolling like old school 27-inch Sony Trinitron
Oh my
tube
God!
TV.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
go
like-
to we go to your van and there's bunny ears with a tin
Yeah.
foil.
Yeah.
You got to stand in a certain spot.
I
you
don't have
know?
a van, but I do have a big box out back, and nobody's allowed to go in there. It's locked up.
Is that where your thinking throne is?
Shh.
Yep.
Got a lot of.
Well, I'm proud to see he got a new Metal Nerdery shirt.
Yeah, I thought. Well,
He wears one every time he's on here.
I usually wear the black one.
I know it. Same one.
But the purple one was the only. I was gonna wear the green one so I could fuck around with Scotty's green
the
screen to
green
be like
screen, yeah.
invisible. You just see like the skulls. But no, I went with the purple, and it's a little bit crooked. But yeah, you can check it out at
Well, he doesn't like it to be a little
Well, when you get a
Nerdery.
chance, for any of you guys listen, if you haven't seen the comedy show special, it's on Showtime. It is great. It's about the Comedy Store in LA where everyone started
What's the
back in
name
the
of it?
day. The Comedy Store.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it.
That's it. The Comedy Store.
Yeah, I'm working.
And one of the guys who was one of the original comics there, he's like in his 60s now, decided to do a documentary, and he got everybody that had ever been there from back in the day,
Well, that'd
from
be
the seven,
awesome.
from the early
Yeah.
60s, and George Carlin and Robert. And they talk about Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor never wrote anything down,
No,
but he would write. They said it was incredible to watch him do his show in 30 days because he would show up every night for 30 days, and they let him go for an hour. And he would go through what he thought was his show, and then he'd come back the very next night, do the exact same thing, but a little bit different the next night. And then 30 days later, you'd see him with a show that was going to wind up being on a tour.
He's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
refining it, constantly
Just
honing
constantly
it, and
honing
just
it in.
smoothing it
Right.
out.
But but you got other guys who are like in the Seinfeld, like Joel Byers, who has a writing class on Facebook and YouTube and stuff, who's an Atlanta comedian, does really good. But his is all about word perfection, word management, and this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
You know,
like
he's
economy
the
of words and
Seinfeld,
that
yes,
sort of
the
thing.
economy of
Right.
words. A premise, a setup, and a
Sometimes
punchline.
the fit of the word can be a certain way. Like one word could just completely change the entire dynamic.
Absolutely again.
And sometimes it can make it like, holy shit, or it can make it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a few jokes where like I have a couple punchlines and I don't put in that punchline to see how it lands. Like it beefs it up a little bit. And it still's funny, but then when I say, I have one where my son, I catch him with the bar of soap in the
Mhm.
bathroom and whatever, and I talk about minty masturbation fresh.
Yeah.
And so when I say it, people laugh even harder because it like pushes them over the edge to envision like what's happening. And there's times where I don't say it and it doesn't land as hard, but like just
That's
little,
the fun, is fucking with their
it's
mind.
just like a
You're
little bit of wordplay
Yeah.
really goes a long way.
But it's
Yeah.
mind control in a way, which is kind of fun because it's like you're putting that thought in their head, and that's what people get offended because they're like, I don't want to think about that. It's like, well, that's what comedy is.
Yeah.
It's theater of the mind.
Yeah.
Let's see. Karina's watching from Germany. I want to thank you again, Karina, for all that good coffee you sent. I'm still
Hola,
drinking it.
Karina.
I'm still drinking that good coffee. So get on Karina's good side, and maybe she'll send you a Christmas present.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Some,
Okay.
some German beer.
She sends Scotty some good German chocolates. and-
Nice.
Speaking of presents, what are you guys? What's the best Christmas gift you ever got as a child or an adult?
Oh.
Something that you really remember.
Uh,
I got a
I don't.
Nothing.
nothing.
I'm usually on the naughty list.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it. You got it.
Like toys and that sort of thing.
Well, everyone deserves a toy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even Santa's little helpers.
Santa's little helpers. That's right. Yeah,
But I don't think that I have anything that's been super, super memorable. Like I've gotten, some jewelry here and there. Like nothing that's been like over the top. Like, oh my God, you've outdone yourself.
I got an incredible full length leather jacket from my first wife. That was made in Italy, and Sicily.
Nice.
Great.
Like Columbine shooter type.
It was it was better than that. It was like mafia. I've got 3 shotguns inside this jacket.
Yeah.
Went down below the knees, double breasted.
Yeah.
And then about 20 years later, the second wife burned it.
Shit. Why?
Petty bitch.
Was it on Christmas? She's like, fuck your Christmas gift.
No.
I can do better.
She had went through a bunch of old pictures and saw me in the jacket with my first wife. And she decided she didn't want to be around me wearing things I had in that marriage.
That's so crazy.
That's such a fucking woman
And
thing.
that's also a reason why she's an ex-wife.
Yeah, but what would it have like if you had a child with that first wife? What would she have done to the child? She doesn't want to be like, right? Like how petty is that?
I guess my kids should look out. Oh, she's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
She was crazy.
I mean, you burn a leather jacket just because you saw a picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
My favorite Christmas gift was a ColecoVision. Way better than, a jacket from a jacket to be destroyed by a petty ex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that ColecoVision was like the PS5 of like the early 80s.
When did you find out who Santa Claus really was?
Well, I actually left something out one night to see if I could get Santa's signature because I was like, my friends were telling me it's time my parents were going through a divorce, thank you for doing that. And yeah, I didn't ask to be here, but thanks for that.
No, but you agreed to show up, so
yeah, but still,
you can't handle this kind of debauchery.
But yeah, I found out, and I was like, bullshit. I'm gonna get Santa's signature. You guys will see. And I left out a thing, and of course, I think my parents took it to my next door neighbor, who was also an alcoholic, and had them sign it. And it's like, well, it doesn't look like my parents' writing. It must be Santa. And then I found some shit in my mom's closet, and I was like, okay, yeah. So you've lied to me about this. What else have you lied to me about?
Yeah.
Let's see. Weed. They lied about weed. No, that's not so bad for you after all.
I mean, parents are still lying about that, right? Like, how many times do I have to see? Check your kids' candy. There might be drugs in it.
Look, if you're dumb enough to be putting your edibles in your kids' candy,
right? And secondly, who has that kind of money? And you don't even
throw away on your children.
Right.
Who the fuck would do that?
And if please, whoever's listening, if you do find drugs in your kids'
Send
candy,
them to my house.
Let me know which house that was so I can go trick or treat there. Like I will
Roxy
trick
will
and
go
treat
together.
all night long. Like, give me some good drugs. It'd be great.
Yeah.
It's like I want to go to those neighborhoods. It's like, what are they doing? Handing out like a Chex Mix of there's some Xanax and Percocet and there's some little edibles and some moon rocks in there too. It's really good.
Yeah.
Hey, I
All of that.
saw something on one of your social media things about you were in a car wreck a while back and had a head injury.
Yeah, that was last summer. I was T-boned over off of Monroe and Park and totaled my car. I ended up with a concussion. I still have zero memory of that day in total, that entire day. Oddly enough, I had a memory come back about 2 weeks ago, and I drove past. Apparently, I was on my way back from doing an open mic at Da Vinci's.
Right.
And I don't remember what happened, but like I had this like thought, and I was like, "Oh shit, I think that's where I was at." Let me go. I'm
Like
gonna
a
drive past there.
PTSD kind of thing almost.
Well, I've had PTSD from it for a long time,
Right.
but like the memories, I have zero memory. So the day of,
So it
and then
was
about
recall.
2 weeks after, I have zero memory. I lost about 14 to 15 days of my life.
But you're saying that came back one day while you were
Yeah,
driving?
just driving, and I was like, "Holy shit! I think this is where
Kinda
I
like
was
a deja-
coming from."
like a deja vu
yeah,
moment, where it's like, I'm here.
so
I've been here
weird.
before.
It's so weird.
That's
And-
a lot to take in if you're driving a fucking car, though. That's like,
Yeah.
oh, whoa,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah.
Like a
So-
flashback when you're not ready for it. It's like,
Yeah, it was bizarre, but I'm
let's have the Floyd on first, bro, so I can enjoy the flashback. I
right.
don't want to just.
But it is what it is. I mean, and I I'm lucky and very fortunate that I only had the head injury. I didn't have any broken bones. There was none of that.
Yeah.
So
You only had the head injury. I got away
just
lucky.
the head injury, But
Did
it's
you
just
ever
a
say
concussion.
anything about that in your stand-up act? Have you ever talked about it?
No, because I don't remember it.
Well, there's nothing funny about it,
There's
probably.
nothing funny. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I can make everything up about it and just be like, "Ha, gotcha." I don't remember.
Yeah, you could. You could make it dark too if you want to.
I have several. I've noticed that some of the dark comedy that I do is not for everyone.
But it's not supposed to be. If
Well,
it makes you
not.
laugh, I think you should do
Oh,
it.
for sure. Well, I mean, you were there last week, right?
Yeah.
I tested out a new
That's
joke.
my favorite thing about comics. It's like whatever makes them laugh.
Yeah.
Somewhere the funny's there, and it may not be that I don't understand the context, but somewhere the
Yeah.
funny is there.
See, and I had when I did it, I had to let the room know, hey, this is a new joke. I've never been done before. You guys are ready. And everyone's like, yeah. And I'm like, great. It's an abortion joke. Just going to get that out of the way. So if you don't like it, you can go ahead and leave the room now.
Like you're prepping them.
But I'm still doing it, and then I went into the joke. And of course, I finished the joke. And who do I hear? Matt.
The dark shit always is
And
funniest
I was
to
just
me.
like, all right. I didn't even get to that extra little punch I had in there because I was like, that might be pushing it over the edge.
I think I did snort a lot of aspirin that day, so it's possible that could have impacted a little bit.
Hey, I'm happy with it. I recorded that set, so I got a good laugh. I might
See?
just make
I
a
helped to
clip
make
of
it
that
better.
later. It's great. I mean,
One joint will be payment enough. It's fine. I'll be good for that.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll
So
cover it.
we'll try that joke again later
Mhm.
on. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, there's times that I have darker or racier or rated
Yeah.
R stuff
Right.
that I don't do on this stage.
Yeah, you really
And,
have to know
you
your
know,
audience.
Yeah.
It's
And there's
crazy.
been times I've wanted, this is what I'm going to talk about tonight. And then when I look at the crowd, I go, oh no. Oh no.
It
That
happened
ain't
to
going
me
to
at
work.
Slow Pour. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, it's an older, looks like a Christian crowd. I
It
mean, they're drinking
was.
beer, but I mean, it's older.
very much
white
so.
people.
Yes, I opened with
Oh yeah, you're kind of racy from the start.
Yeah.
But sometimes you could fall out of that into something funny.
Well,
Like you
the
could
thing
do it
is,
and shock them and you're like,
in that kind of crowd where most of the crowd was over 40,
right.
husbands with wives and older girlfriends and 60-year-old couples, when Roxy walks up on the stage, every man perks up, every woman grabs her man by the arm and goes,
Well, every
Yeah.
woman immediately shuts
that
down.
happened to
probably.
me. That actually happened to me last Thursday. It was so funny because I was telling this just, and I record every one of my sets, and it's so funny that I was telling these jokes, and you could see that the husband was cracking a smile, and you could see the side eye over to his wife, and his wife was just sitting there.
yeah,
Bitch.
yeah.
I hate that bitch. She's not fucking funny. Why are you laughing at her?
And I'd say something
You're
else.
laughing at her tits.
And you-
That's what you're laughing
And
at.
you actually, I address that. I address that in all of my
Yeah.
comedy. Like,
Yeah.
I say what you're thinking. I'm
Yeah.
not blind.
Yeah.
I know you're not blind. And
Yeah.
if you are blind, they're still going to hit you in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. They're
Praise
large and in
them.
charge.
Yeah.
So I say
And you're
something
6
about
foot
it,
tall and
I'm
wearing
6
heels,
foot
so they are going to
tall.
hit you in the face.
Well, I'm 6 foot tall without the heels.
Yeah, I know, but
you
with the heels, you're.
Oh yeah, then I'm just ginormous, to the point that I have to do this to kind of get the light out of my face because it's directly in my face, whereas
Yeah.
most people just have it hovering above
It's the
them.
towering tit giant.
It's really the towering tit giant.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I'm sorry, I know
it's
that was shitty.
amazing.
Yeah.
But
we
I
thank you.
address that, right?
Right.
First off the rip. But on Thursday, you could see this husband was just sitting there and he was just looking and looking, and then he finally laughed because I was like, I'm gonna make this motherfucker laugh. And
Yeah.
I made him laugh, and the wife grabs her phone in her purse and throws it in her lap like she's ready to go. And I was like,
Yeah.
you're my favorite. I'm picking on you all night now.
Yeah.
But those
And
are
usually
tells.
they'll have to lighten up eventually, or they'll just leave. It's like, all right, we'll just
I
leave.
mean, it is what it is, and it's not to be malicious. It's not to be
Right.
whatever. It's just you put yourself in a very targeted position by acting a certain way in front of
Yeah.
a comic.
Yeah. And also it's different for a female comic because as a male comic, I know that if I can get the women to laugh,
Mhm.
if I can keep the women on my side, the men will bring them back because the man's going to have a good date.
Right.
His
Yeah.
girlfriend wife is happy. She's
Yes,
laughing.
It's the same.
You've got the women laughing. But with you, it'd be harder, I think, to make the women laugh.
It's a lot harder. It very much
It's
is.
a competition
It's-
immediately.
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 When I was at Slow Pour, I hadn't even gotten on the stage yet, just walking to go get
Yeah.
a drink.
Oh
He was there, just
I was
walking.
there.
Yeah.
I was there.
Well, I mean, I had said
It's like
something
her
to
tits
him
are her
about it, and I
bodyguard.
was like, "Oh
Jesus.
my god!" What? Just walking to the restroom and back, I would get snide looks,
Yeah.
and they had no idea that I was a comic. They had no clue.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
they-
fun is when
that's
you
the
fuck
fun.
with them and you
Yes,
break
that's
them, and
the
it's
fun
like,
of
oh
it all.
shit.
They have no idea that I am the one that's going to be on stage, and then all of a sudden that night I was the featured comedian, that opened up for the
That can make
headliner.
for a killer show, though.
And they see me and they're like, this next comic, blah, blah, blah. And they say my name and I go up and you can see the same woman that gave me the death glare is like,
glare.
oh shit, you know, because
now she's got a microphone and a bright light for 10 minutes.
Yes, like fuck. Now she can pick on me. Now she can go in on me. You know, so it's interesting to see the dynamic.
Please be gentle.
But I've had women come up to me after the show and they're like super nice. I had one girl come up to me. It was after an open mic came out and was like, "Oh my God, you're so hot. Here's my number."
That's cool.
Like, all right,
right on.
You know, I go both ways. That's great. I'll take your number gladly. So,
hey, it's another follower on Instagram, right?
Well, no, I mean, me and my boyfriend don't have a problem with that. You know,
I'm sure he does.
Company.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But you know, like,
well, good for him.
Yeah,
but who's Jack Tripper? That's the question.
But you know, I've had it both ways. It's really both. I know I'm really showing my Yankee.
I'm trying to bring it back.
Both.
Yeah,
because both sounds too much like boat with an H at the end.
Yeah.
Like both.
Both. Anyway. I was raised in Cleveland, Ohio.
Both
you gotta,
ways.
you know, it is what it is. Both.
Those are kind of redneck Yankees.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Cleveland.
Not only that, but we're Greek. It's very, very hillbilly and redneck. Very much. So.
Almost like Greek neck.
Oh,
what would that be? Greek? Is that a thing? Greek neck?
Nothing I know.
Guess it could be.
I don't know. We're like super hillbilly Greeks.
Hillbilly Greek.
Like we roast lamb on a spit in the yard. Like we're very hillbilly Greek. And my uncle, he has like his own.
That's
like,
kind of redneckish.
It's very much so. Like we left the head on this lamb one year for Easter, and the neighbors thought it was a greyhound dog and called the cops on us. Like. You know,
like y'all
I'm
taking a bus.
Like I'm taking pictures of it and I'm posting it online. I'm like, Mary had a little lamb. You know, this thing's just evil. Looks like a velociraptor just going in rotation.
Well, that's a European thing to always leave the head on.
Yeah, it is.
And have eyeballs looking back at you.
And we did.
That's not really an American thing.
Yeah, we're
Americans
we're
like the heads
Greek.
chopped off their fish and their animals.
We like our food decapitated and completely murdered. We don't want it to look like
we don't want to look it in the eye and see its shame.
Yeah.
We don't want to be haunted by its dead insides.
Yeah, no. See, Greeks, we like to do it like, you know, whole Dexter style kill room. We like show pictures of its family. That's how we marinate
when you do
the
it too,
meat,
or...
you know.
What, does your boyfriend cook good? He's not Greek. You are. He's
I'm Greek.
Jewish. Oh God.
I'm the Greek one.
Yeah, he's not Greek. His cooking sucks.
He's Jewish.
I'm Jewish, so his cooking really
I
sucks.
don't want to eat any of his cooking. But I'll take it. No.
Yeah, no. I cook a lot. Like I make huge
souvlaki.
Souvlaki. I've made moussaka. Baklava is very expensive to make. There's 3 pounds of butter in it alone in one sheet.
So
3 pounds of
it's
butter.
Delicious.
Greeks
but I feel
love butter.
guilty every time I eat it.
It's amazing, but it is so expensive to make.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like my arteries, every time I eat it, my arteries are just like, I fucking hate you. I hate you. I do.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
I miss my grandparents cooking though. They're like straight off the boat from Greece. Like they can't like.
So that's authentic, homemade.
Very authentic. Like I did the 23andMe. 93% Balkan. Like there's no getting around me looking like I'm Greek. I am very much Greek.
So you've got your own place on the Monopoly board. That's cool.
But I even looked and they have like the signatures for my grandparents where they came over.
That's
like
cool.
we are extremely off the boat.
So you're extremely Greek is what you're saying.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding is a documentary. You know, so it's a lot of fun. You know, it makes sense now that you know that the roasting of the lamb.
The roasting of the lamb
makes sense.
Mary had a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah.
I'll have to find that picture.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah. Oh my God. But I miss my grandparents cooking for sure. I do.
Something about homemade, authentic. I mean, of course, my folks are all from here, so it's like I don't have any kind of interesting ethnic.
Yeah.
Food. It's just
My
like fried chicken and pot roast, and we do chicken pot pie, different things like that.
Oh my God. No, my grandfather was hilarious.
interesting.
My grandfather was old and senile. It was a lot of fun.
Was he one of those where he like drank every morning for breakfast
No,
from
so
like his 80s until he died?
wasn't a drinker. They weren't like huge drinkers, but my grandfather was old and senile. I remember one time we were going to the bank and he needed to go to the ATM. And so he's in the passenger seat in the back. And we pull up to the ATM. He slides over to the driver's side. He goes and he puts in his pin and he can't get it to work because he's so vain. He won't put his glasses on. And he's so mad and he's so pissed off. He's screaming at the machine in Greek. He pulls his card out. My aunt pulls off. He still has the window rolled down. He's in the back driver's side, okay?
Oh, shit.
He's screaming out, "You stupid little shit. I'll kill you." And as he's saying that, a woman is walking into the bank and she thinks that he is talking to her. And she immediately was like, "Oh my God." And he's like, it doesn't even register. He's like, "I fucking kill you. "You son of a bitch! You took my card."
She probably
And
deserved
she's
it.
like, "I didn't take your card. I'm just going to the bank." My aunt's like
That
trying to
probably
roll
made her day.
My aunt's trying to roll the window up. Like it was so like he's just old and senile. Like he used to like they used to take the garden hose to the Jehovah's Witnesses that would come to the door.
No shit. Like turn it on or
Oh
like beat
yeah,
him
he
with
would
it?
turn it on. He'd like, "I'll tell you about my God, you little shit."
Do not come to the door again.
Like
Get
he
out
was
of
just
here.
they didn't care. Like they were wild. My grandfather was wild. I miss them like terribly. Very much
When I
so.
was
Keep
like
up that
20 years
tradition.
old, when I was 20 years old, I had a couple of Mormon missionaries that lived upstairs in my apartment
Oh, God.
that, you know, but they were nice enough. They'd always let me borrow their bike if I was too drunk to go to the corner store, you know. I get on one of their bikes and ride it down there, and bring it back with a 12-pack of beer or something. So,
Yeah.
but, you know, I've got a lot of Mormon jokes that I have not, boy.
Have you seen the Book of Mormon?
No, I was in
Oh.
Chicago back when it came out. I was working in Chicago a lot, and you just couldn't get tickets.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
there was
I saw
the
it.
original
Yeah.
was
Oh,
in
I thought you were talking
Chicago.
about the
original,
actual Book
yeah.
of Mormon. You're talking about a show.
Was
Yeah,
it ran?
yeah,
It ran
the
in New
play.
York City on Broadway. Then it went to Chicago, which is Second City.
Yeah.
And Chicago's called Second City for a reason, but it's got a monster theater district.
Yeah. See,
And but I mean,
you
it wasn't how much the tickets cost. You just
It's
couldn't get
sold
them.
out,
You
yeah.
just could not get them.
Yeah, when it came here to Atlanta, I made sure to buy tickets. It was a phenomenal.
Well, I've
show.
written 10
Go see
minutes
it.
on Mormons and their beliefs, and I just can't wait to do it. And every time I meet a Mormon, I love to freaking grill them
Ah.
and have their thoughts on these jokes.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't mind pissing someone off in the crowd. I don't want to. I want everybody to laugh, and it's
Right,
funny.
yeah.
But the truth is, 99% of the crowd's not going to be Mormon,
No, they're not.
and they're going to laugh
Absolutely.
when you
Seems like
understand
the
what
formula
Mormons
is
truly
Well, that's
believe.
why
50.
that's why that play, that Broadway play is
Oh,
such
yeah.
a huge success. Well, besides it being the South Park guys, right?
Yeah.
But like outside of that, nobody,
Well, I mean, that stuff was killer back in the day.
But
that movie they did, was it the Orgasmo movie or was it the one where
Team
they come to the
America.
door? No, when they come to the door is like Mormons. Is it Mormons?
John, one of the listeners or one of the guys watching, said, "Crank up some Black Sabbath. It'll keep the Jehovah's Witnesses away."
There you go. Yeah.
nice.
He's got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Karina had asked about. I said, "What do you mean fish and lamb?" And she said, "We want to see their eyes." She's
yeah.
a German. She said, "We want
Yeah.
to see the eyes."
You
Yeah,
want to
they
see
do. We want to
on the
make sure
food.
that it's pure. We want to make sure that they suffered for us. We want to make sure that meat is marinated.
It
This is how
adds
we
to the
know.
flavor. Sorrow
Those
just
tears,
makes the
those
flavor
cries
so
and
much better.
screams from the slaughter of the lamb is what marinates and brines the meat.
It adds just enough salt flavor to it to have really lock
It's
in the
good
flavor.
meat.
It's very good.
Very good meat.
Unless it is suffered immensely, it is terrible meat.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, for anybody listening that wants to go to a comedy show, Wednesday night at Slow Pour Brewery, they have a really good show. It's a $10 cover.
Yeah.
And a lot of great beer. The beer, I think, is $5 a pint,
Yeah.
and it's some excellent beer. Where are you at next?
Thursday, I'm going to be at Old Vinings Inn. It's a $15 cover, but that goes towards your food and drinks.
Okay.
So, and then
They do that in Florida. Everywhere I played in Florida, you would go in the door and they'd say it's a $20 cover, but it really wasn't because
No.
it applied toward your food and drinks. So if you
Yeah.
ordered $20 worth of food and drinks,
Yeah.
then it waived
Yeah.
your bill. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
only ordered $10 worth of drinks, then you would wind up losing $10 for the cover.
yeah.
Sorry,
Matt,
McDonald's.
Matt,
Sorry, that was a
don't
McDonald's
take your
burp.
COVID breath
Yeah.
and burp into that
Mhm.
microphone.
No, there's no
Yeah.
COVID breath.
Freaking, you know,
That was
We had
number
to run
9
a-
combo
It's hot
meal
and
from
covered.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Hot and covered.
he doesn't understand how COVID tests working. So before the show, Scotty took him out back and ran a Q-tip up his ass. And Matt thinks he's clean of COVID right now.
It was
Well, he
pretty
also
big. I think
squealed
it
like
was
a
a
pig. I think
tampon.
he
He
liked
squealed like a
it.
pig.
Man, I need you to wear that.
It looked like a tampon.
Oh my God, is that a shiwi?
It's the shiwi. She knows what it is.
I do know what a
We use
shiwi
it to
is.
funnel beer.
Oh, that's
Really?
amazing. I use it to write my name on walls.
Who's
Mark your
handwriting?
territory, right?
But whose handwriting is it?
I mean, if I decide to use the stranger, then it's whoever I want it to be.
Stranger. We gotta see if
But
it'll
no, I
balance
have a
on
show.
there.
So Thursday, I have a show. It's
Thursday night.
Thursday night, 7:00. And then next week, I have the 18th. I'll be hosting that show. That's at 8. There's actually a really lot of good comedians that are going to be on that. John Chappell's going to be on there. Pierre Guyton is going to be on there. He's featured. And then
He's really funny.
Roman. Roman was on that Slow Pour show. He is our
Roman's good.
headliner. It's going to be a lot of fun. They're really good comics. They have a lot of good sense of humor. It's for everyone. So be
Great.
good. It's an 18 up show. So.
Cool.
That means
Well,
it's
I've
gonna be
never,
profanity.
I don't know if I've ever been to a comedy show where anyone brought a kid.
I have.
Yeah.
I go extra hard
Well,
in the paint too. It's like, you know
maybe at
what?
the
You
county
brought
fair
your
of
kid.
it.
You know what you were getting into.
I
Here
have.
it comes.
I've been on a podcast before where there's been children in the room, and it was not a not safe for work podcast.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, no one said comics were good parents.
You
know?
know, we all. I mean, look at me. You know, I'm a single mom with a kid.
But he
and-
hasn't seen your act.
No, he hasn't. No, it was just a podcast, so that was good.
Yeah.
You know, kind of
Cor-
kept it as.
But I mean, talk about what you talk about in your act, because I mean, he's part of your
my
act.
son. Yeah, my son
Like
doesn't.
I talk about my father. I talk about my father a lot.
Yeah.
Well, he's never going to have any idea.
Yeah, see, my son doesn't see any of that because I put on my YouTube videos, all of it has to be 18 and up. You have to sign in, you have to see it. It's definitely age restricted because I do talk a lot about sexual content. There's a lot of drug use that's mentioned in there.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying, especially in this day and age, to get wrapped up into anything. Or
I mean, kids can go out to Google in a search bar and.
But
type
they don't
in
need to see it
kids
from
and
their
they'll
mother.
see
They
it.
don't need to see it from their parents.
And not even
Yeah.
just my son, my son's friends too,
Yeah.
right? So I don't need my son's friends.
Making fun- yeah.
They're already all over my social media. All of his
Yeah.
little friends follow me on every
Yeah.
little social media platform. I don't need any more, ammo for my son, really.
Yeah.
That's why I'd
You
be
know,
like,
it's bad enough.
I'll be like
He's-
the cool uncle. It's like, you know what? You know what you're getting into.
Shit, they're all like, "Hi, Lucas's mom."
How do you not kill yourself dealing with that every day? It's like I would just be biting a hole
See,
through
well,
my
I mean,
fist.
COVID helped me in a lot of ways, right? Like I don't have to now see these kids. Don't have to see me. These parents don't have to see me. I don't have to deal with the parents. We don't have to worry about like the political thing about birthday parties or anything
Yeah.
like that. Like there's a lot of
There's a
politics
political
that
thing
go.
about birthday parties.
Oh my God, yes. I remember being at like a birthday party before, and one woman was like, "Well, what school does your child go
Oh,
to?"
Christ.
And they do it to find out what area of town you live in.
Yeah.
Are they
It
good
is-
enough person to hang out with,
But
or
then
are
in
they
the
scum
same
of the
token,
earth?
like this stupid one, like in the same token, she's like, "Oh, my son's name is Luke too. We have him on steroids because he's got to grow bigger." This woman's 5'2" and her husband's 5'6".
Yeah.
Like your son's not going to grow any higher. Like that's
Yeah.
just genetics.
Well,
And then she's
steroids
like,
steroids won't make a kid tall.
no, and then I know.
stunts their growth.
So it gets better. So then she's like, "Well, my son's taking German. What language is your son taking?" And I was like,
English.
sarcasm. My son takes sarcasm. And
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, well, they had an assignment that they have to read a book in German. Could you possibly help me? Do you know of anything?" Another mom raised her hand. She goes, "You know what you should get her? You should go ahead and buy Anne Frank's diary. That's in German." I'm sorry. What? I literally stood there and was like baffled. And I was like, these bitches really just went to school for their MRS degree.
Wow.
Like
Yes.
there's no, like, you really truly believe that Anne Frank wrote her diary in German? That's what you believe.
Eventually, their reality will come
It's
crashing
so
down.
crazy. It's wild to me, but they're worried about what school my kid goes to. They want to know what area of town I live in, because I'm a single mom. So
And
they're
then
all
Frank
like,
wasn't German; she was
no,
Dutch.
yeah, and I mean her diary was not written. in
Yeah,
German.
It's
no.
probably written in Dutch.
It was like it's crazy to see like what politics go into being a
I
single
couldn't
parent.
stand that. That would make me insane.
It's insane.
It
It's
would make me
absolutely
crazy.
insane. And now that I'm doing comedy, it's so funny. Now that I'm doing comedy, all of a sudden, these women that used to like outcast me and shun me are like, "Oh my God, I saw your comedy
Oh my
show.
God, you're my best friend
Oh
now.
my God, you
I'm
must
so
be having
fucking
such
fake.
a good time."
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
Oh my God.
Who-
I've got all kinds of followers and I follow people on Instagram. They have 0 fucking posts. Oh my God.
it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, that's great. I don't know what their end game is. And it's so
it just
crazy.
seems so hollow.
Well, it is. It's about, they're all about collecting people for whatever they need,
That's
right?
so
And so
fucking
they see
awful.
me and then they immediately think I'm a threat. I don't want to fuck your fat and balding husband, just like you don't want to fuck your fat and balding husband.
Yeah.
Right? We can be friends. We have something in common,
Yeah.
right? But that's not what they see. They just view me as a threat. Like I have a choice, bitch. I can say no. You're married to it. You know what I'm saying? You
I can walk
chose
away.
this. Okay. I'm choosing not.
Yeah.
All right. But that's not, they just view it as a threat. Like mowing grass is a big problem for me
Why?
because I mow my own grass and they all have lawn care services. There was one woman who came up to me and she was like, "I saw you on Sunday." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She
Like,
goes,
what fucking difference
"We
does it
saw
make?
you mowing your grass." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she pulled me aside and she was like, "Can I ask you a favor?" And I was like, "Sure. Like, what's up?" And she goes, "Can you just not do that anymore?" And I
Are
was
you going
like,
to pay for my
"Excuse
lawn
me?
service?
Excuse me." And I just kind of gave her this weird look and she goes, "Well, It's because my husband saw you mowing your grass, and so now he thinks I can mow ours. And I don't want to do that. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, you're a lazy piece of shit.
For you.
Oh.
So now next Sunday I wear a bikini and I mow my lawn.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're gonna either be so mad that all the women in my neighborhood are gonna get a collection tray going to pay for my lawn care service.
They might do it. Hey,
you should wear like a Borat bikini when you go out there with like heels on and all that shit and leather.
Oh my God. Or
I mean, the truth is,
mad
but husbands are like that too. They're probably thinking their wife sits at home, the kids are at school, she'll do a damn thing all day long.
Yeah.
The women can capitalize on that.
She could
send
save
the guys out to cut the yard.
But they know that I work. They know that I take care of my son. They know that I'm doing the yard work. They know that I'm doing all of these things.
Right.
And so I'm a threat on top of already looking like a stripper and having a porn star name. Now I'm doing all of my own work.
They got the ring and they got the name. They
that's
got
great.
it.
They got exactly what they wanted. Their MRS degree,
but,
right?
But they're not happy. They got everything they fucking wanted, but now they're not happy.
I mean,
so
what
they want
suburban
to fuck up
mom
somebody
really
else's
is
life.
happy? How much Chardonnay and Xanax can one take in a day?
Enough
really?
until you overdose.
No kidding.
So
enough until you overdose. Maybe.
Yeah,
but
there's
that's where those
definitely
wives
politics.
are headed.
There's so many
That
politics.
sounds like
in
the
being
worst.
parent.
That sounds like hell on earth.
It really is.
It's like that's what devils are.
Yeah.
The devil is actually some,
Yeah, I'll
housewife.
have to revive some of my old jokes. I talk about being in the PTA on purpose. So now you have to talk to me, and I really do have to take your fucking husband's
or you volunteer
money.
to head up a committee.
Yeah, exactly. So like now you really have to give me your husband's money. So now what you think is happening is really happening.
That sounds so awful.
It's
like every bit of it sounds terrible.
You
It's
know?
like, I would rather wrestle with my own internal madness than have to put up with that kind of shit on the regular.
Insane. It's very crazy.
Hey, it's time to wrap it up. Katrina said, "Have a great day. Got to go. See you."
Auf Wiedersehen.
Matt Wheeler, thanks for coming. Tell us about
thanks for having us.
Check out his
Metal Nerdery podcast.
Metal Nerdery podcast.
Every Thursday, new episodes. Got a new one coming this Thursday, so stay tuned.
Heavy
Check
metal.
it out, metalnerdery.com.
And Roxy will be performing Thursday night.
Yep, Thursday night I will be at Old Vinings Inn in Smyrna. Show starts at 7, and then next week I will be hosting a show on Friday, and that's at Charlton's in Johns Creek. That starts at 8. Everything you can see, I know, everything you guys can find on RoxyResnick.com. All my social media is there, including YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and any inquiries if you guys want to talk to me.
And if anyone wants to book anyone for a private show, we know tons of comedians we can put on a show for you.
Yes.
We can bring them in.
Yes.
Yes. Remember, it's comedy.
And thanks to COVID, they'll work cheap.
It's a comedy private show.
Yeah.
Just remember. Just remember, it's comedy. Okay.
No stripping,
And you can
no
find
sex.
me. You can find me this next week hanging out at all the local bars in Grayson and Lawrenceville. So anyway, everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Scotty, thanks for having us.
Happy Monday.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome. Great show.
And thank your tits for coming to the show too.
Yeah, thanks for
Appreciate it.
Thanks for
Thank you both of you.
Well, they're named. They're named too. They are
All
named.
three of
She has eyes.
Oh yeah.
Well, when Katrina made the comment about we want to see the eyes, I forgot we were talking about animals. I thought she's talking about Matt. I want to, get your eyes up, Matt.
It's like an Ola Mills picture. Okay, and tilt your head and look like that. And don't.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We're waiting to get out of here and play some commercials. Thank you guys.
We're waiting.
And thanks, Scotty, for love the backdrop. I love that backdrop.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's talk about Jimmy James Towing. Have you ever noticed anytime that you've ever needed a tow truck, it is at the most horrible time possible. That's right. Every time you call a tow truck, you are at the mercy of the tow people. Listen, man, you need to call Jimmy James Towing. He's the most trusted, safe, reliable, honest tow truck guy I've ever known. And just know, he is there to be your friend, not just a business person. Jimmy James Towing is there to be your friend when you need him right then and there. It's your worst possible time ever. Jimmy James Towing, 404-554-3121. Have you ever heard of Donut King? Let me tell you, I thought I knew what donuts were. All these other donuts I've been eating all these years are just bogus. These are the real deal, like gourmet. Who would have known they made donuts this damn good? And let me tell you something, man. They do some pig in the blankets. They do breakfast. They do all sorts of stuff. Do you even know this? They serve pizza. That's right. Donut King, the best donuts around, serves pizza in the afternoons during the weekdays. There's no other place around on 278 where you can go in and sit down and eat pizza. Have you heard about Tire One Automotive and Off-Road? That's right. They do oil changes, four-wheel alignments, brake services, synthetic oil changes. They will even work on old school cars. carburetors, all the way up to your fuel injection. Tire One sells some of the best tires around and some of the greatest prices around. Make sure you go check out your friendly, your one and only Tire One Automotive and Off-Road. They're located at 2600 Georgia Highway 212 in Covington, Georgia. The phone number, 470-441-5888. That's right, Tire One Automotive Service and 4-wheel drive.
Tire One.
May I have